All right. Give honor to God, who's always head of my life, and I'm sure Tony's too. I want to thank you, Jesus, for blessing me with Tony in my little spot today. This is an impromptu video. You'll see many more. And this is just opportunity for folks that I know and love to share a little bit about someone that they lost and things that they did or continue to do and what they did at the time of the loss, and then just share it. So first off, Tony, I want to ask you a question. How do you know me?
Oh, how I know you? Well, we used to go to this little strip club, and she was one of the strippers. Well, I actually know Reverend Minister Doctor from Unity Fellowship. That's
right.
where I originally know Rhonda from, and then I had the privilege of being asked to do Long Beach Pride. Mm-hmm. And we extended our relationship there, and that's, I think, where we got to really like talk to each other and get to know each other. And then over the years, so here we are.
Yeah. So I shared with Tony recent as last year. We were just in conversation, and he shared something with me that I had never heard before. I've asked us, as he said, I've asked them many a times to come and grace our stage at the main stage at Pride. But he actually shared with me that during one of those instances, his dad had passed, which I didn't know. And I didn't know he was there to put the event on. I also exchanged with him to let him know the next year, my dad had passed and I had to put on a Pride too. So this is more about Tony and that experience and what he experienced with that and how he got through and how he's continuing to go through.
Oh, well, as she said, we were doing a Pride one year, and the day before the Pride, my father passed. And it was really, I rushed off. I just remember rushing off. I was like about an hour away. And I remember rushing off. I got a call from my sister, and my sister said, Daddy passed away. And I didn't feel immediate sorrow. I didn't feel none of that. I just thought, let me get to where he is.
Yes.
So I jumped in the car. I got to where, and at this time I was taking care of my mother. So what happened was I had to leave her. I told her I'll be back because I need to go, see what's going on. And she wanted to go, but it just would have been too much to pack her up because she was, disabled. And so I went, and when I got to the hospital, he was just laying in the bed peaceful. And it made me realize instantly that like now I'm on my own for real.
We're considered orphans.
Yeah.
When you lose your mom and your dad.
Yeah. Wow.
We're orphans.
And so I just remember thinking, like, my father, he's always had a very exciting and active life. We grew up and my mother and father were on drugs. And so they've always been out, in the world. But at this point in his life, he was in his 70s. He had gotten it together. He was ready to, live for God and do things better. But also, too, the effects from when he was out enjoying life. They took over him when he was older. And I just remember the feeling I felt like, okay, well, I guess it's something about when your parents pass that really makes you go, okay, I really have to do this thing on my own now.
Yes.
I mean, you have loved ones and you have friends.
It's not the same.
That will come around and rally around you and help you with whatever it is you need help with at any time. But beyond a shadow of a doubt, and everyone cannot say this, but if you were good with your mother and father, and they were good with you,
Exactly.
those are the two people. No matter what life offered you, no matter what you had to do in life, they were going to welcome you with open arms.
Exactly. That unconditional love.
Yes, and so
Yes, it
I just
is.
remember wishing I had spent a little more time, but I was so glad that I got a chance to talk to him and ask him all the questions I wanted to ask him.
Praise God.
Why we were growing up, why this happened,
Right.
what was this, and and so I asked him those questions, and he answered them truthfully, and I was able to tell him, regardless of what has happened in our lives growing up, you're my father, and I love you, and that'll never change. I'll never be mad at you so much or to the point to where I will never talk to you. Now, if I go for years, I just go and do my thing.
Right.
I'm working, I'm doing, and most of the time it's really being a helpmate to the world.
Exactly. Me too.
And so if I don't call them or talk to them or whatever, they say, "Oh, you don't care about me. You don't come see me," and da da da. But my sisters were with him, so I felt like he had somebody. My sisters and my brother, and then were over there with him.
Right.
And I was with my mother.
Oh.
And so my mother was really sick too. And right after the very next day, I remember going to my designer's house, and I was like putting the outfits together and stuff for the event.
Yeah.
And I just remember having to try on stuff and also be on the phone or doing arrangements and making sure we had flowers for him, make sure we had the right suits and stuff for him, pictures and family and all of that stuff. And then even after that, we had done the Pride.
Right.
I had gone.
And you shut it down.
On my way home.
Shut it down. You orchestrated everything. You did a lot that day. It was amazing.
Yeah, and we had a great time. We had a really great time. And I've gotten to the point now where death doesn't bother me like it used to.
Right.
It used to really bother me because you think about, this person not being here no more. And this, I never get to say hi to him again, or feel him again, or smell him again. I know it sounds funny,
no, it's not. I understand.
Yeah, but you think about those things.
Yes, you do.
And
music and smell, everything.
Oh yeah,
everything.
Oh yeah, and so it just gets to the point to where you just say, it really made me grow up in a way to say, okay, well, this is something that I absolutely can no longer have in my life. I don't care what I do. I don't care what people give me. I don't care where I go. This is something that is factually come to an end. And that's hard.
Did you ever get depressed, Tony, in the early stages?
Not so much with my father, but with my mother. Because then 7 days later, my mother passed.
That's what I couldn't. Wow.
And she was more sickly than him. He was sick, but she had the longest run of being sick.
Right.
So I remember her passing. And I don't think I reacted. I didn't react. I didn't think about it. I just said, okay, well, stuff needs to be done. Let me just get it done. Because she was sick the longest. I thought I would be ready for it.
Right.
I thought I was if something happens, okay, I'm ready for it.
You're ready for it,
It's not unexpected, but I was ready to take care of things and make sure things were right for her.
Right.
But I was not ready to be alone afterwards.
After she gone, yeah. So I know with my mom thing, I would call her every day, and even after she passed, I would oh, I can't call her. You know,
Yeah.
I would do stuff like that. You know,
yeah, I
and
would
I
be
get
at
a
the
happy
grocery
news, and I'll be
store.
like, oh, I gotta call my, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
I'll
can't
be at
call
the
her.
grocery store shopping and put all her favorite stuff in there and get all the way up to the counter and be like,
Oh wow.
and for a while I would be like, oh, this is so nice. She would like this. Let me
Yeah.
get this. And I'd be like,
Can't do it.
yeah, you can't do it. So I mean, and I don't think no matter where you go in life or how much older you get, you'll never forget it. It'll always be something emotional, something
Some way,
sentimental.
somehow. Yep.
I think what has helped me
Yep.
deal with the emotional and them not being present anymore is knowing that they are truly one of my guardian angels now.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm trying to embrace that part. I haven't got that part yet. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Praise God.
really, really amazing because what happens is, and it's not even, and people, I don't even think it's something that you even have to embrace. It is.
Just,
It is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. They are going to take it. There's no way in the world that you can love people so much, and they know it here on the physical earth, and then they go to the spiritual. They know even more than they knew here.
Been here. Yeah.
So not only do they know that you love them, they can see your hurt. They can see the pain. And I know that my mother or my father, they would not want me to be strung out on
Strung out.
drugs. They wouldn't want me to be unhappy.
Right.
They wouldn't even want me to not live a life that I want to live. But what was insane to me, I took care of my mother for so long. I just knew her. I knew when she would felt sad. I knew when she was down. I knew when she was happy. I knew when she was, I knew everything.
It. Yeah, you just knew it.
And I remember helping her one time. These are the things I think about. And this is really the setup. This is the setup. And I want to say this is the trick of the enemy, because what happens is you can take care of your parents, to their dying day.
Right.
And something in your mind goes, oh, you didn't take her out enough.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
you should have spent more
I get that
time with
too.
her.
Yeah.
Or you should have got more video. You should have, and you should have had her over here more. And you think about that.
Yeah,
But
I do.
and then I tried it, and so I didn't want that to be me.
Right.
And I would tell people all the
What?
time, if you have your mother and father now, take videos with them. Do a lot of
Right.
videos with them. Do pictures with them. Do videos of you interviewing them. Mom, what was I like as a child? All those things,
I think
because
that's a good point.
it will come a day. Everybody has to go through this. And me personally, I think I can recover from it better than my parents recover from me being
You
gone.
gone. Yeah.
So it's kind of sort of, this life is not what people have constructed it to be. They think the mother take care of the kids, and then the mother gets older and the kids take care of the mother. That was once the way it would be. Now it's like, oh no, I'm too busy, honey. You gotta put her in a home.
Yep. That's.
Put her in a home. And I just wasn't willing to do that. I tried it because I was so busy, and I still had to make a living. I still had to, I wasn't just making a living. I was on the road with, really famous people.
Right.
And it took a lot, because I wasn't just the hairstylist or the makeup artist. I was the person that made sure the bags were right, make sure, even before me, it just became easier for me to be on the road minimal, and so I could deal with everyone else's stuff. So
yeah.
I would take maybe 2 or 3 outfits and one little carry-on suitcase, and I would have hair and makeup bags.
A ton. Yeah.
but I would be minimal so I could focus all my time on making sure they were right. Because
yeah, I
I'm
understand.
not here for me, I'm here
Right.
for them.
Make sure they have what they need. Gotcha.
So being on the road like that was even different because I would get calls like, oh, well, your mother's not, she's not feeling well, or she's in ICU. And I'm like, and I'm way over across the country and having to deal with this. So I would tell them, and it took me a long time to get this, because whenever I would have people help me, I would say, if anything happens and I'm gone, I can't do anything. I said, I won't be mad if you take care of it. I wouldn't be mad if you call the ambulance. I won't be mad if you take her to her doctor. I won't be mad if you take her to the hospital, get her to where they can help her. Even if I got there in 5 minutes from Germany, I still can't help her.
Right.
So that took a weight off of me too.
To release and let that go.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It took a big weight off of me because I mean, and it got to the point to where she would get sick and she could be in the room. I could be asleep, and my room was probably it was about the distance. It was like a little distance where I had to go across the way, and then it was a hallway, so you had to go back. So I left the door open so I could hear if anything was wrong or anything. And she could drop the phone or something on the floor, and I'd be in my sleep, and I'd jump up out of my sleep to rush off because I thought she had probably tried to get up and fell. So having to go from, I realized that when my mother and my father passed, that I had never been alone. I had never been alone. Taking care of my mother, I started taking care of my mother probably when I was in my, early 30s, late 20s. And I took care of her for years. A lot of years, maybe even 18 years, I think.
Wow.
And I just remember being at the house, like not knowing what to do because I had canceled the work. I was on tour with Etta James at the time, and we were supposed to do this big tour, and I go on all these cities with her. And I ended up having to cancel because I just did not want to be on the road and hear that she died. So I canceled a lot of the stuff, and I just said, okay, well, I need to figure out a way to be able to stay here with her. And make sure she's good. So, we signed up for all of the in-home supportive care and all of that stuff, and I was able to be there with her and still take care of things and stuff like that. But being there with her, as much as I was there with her, and then not doing nothing, so I basically put my whole life on hold to make sure she's good. And then she leaves, and I don't have a life anymore because I don't know. This is all I've ever done.
You were used to. That's what you were used to.
And it's so many things that come along with losing your parents and stuff. One of the things that came for me was if my father didn't go before my mother, my mother would have passed and I would have took on my father. And that's not what our lives are built for. Our lives are not built for that. As much as we love our parents, as much as we want to take care of our parents, you have a purpose here. And I remember praying to God. I remember getting up praying to God, and I said, God, whatever my purpose is, make sure that I achieve it, make sure I'm in it, make sure. And then I even got to a point where I said, anything that prevents me from being who you want me to be, remove it.
That's where I'm at right now.
And God is not a respected person because He doesn't see mom and daddy. He sees, okay, I put you here for this purpose, so you have to achieve this purpose. Okay, I know you love mama, I know you love daddy, but they're distraction from your greatness. And as long as I had been taking care of them and doing that, I would have never. I can honestly say that it probably would have been 100 times harder. But I will even say, knowing me, that I probably would not have never gone out and done the things I've achieved musically and stuff like that. Even though my mother, my very first album that I never released the album, but I recorded it and I wanted to get it done because my mother was so happy when I did music.
Oh, yeah.
So I was able to finish the album and I just gave it to her.
Oh.
And so she would listen to the album, and whenever her workers would come over, she would play and say, "Oh, this is my son." And so just things like that you miss, like, you know, them being here and stuff. And I was so happy to know that I was able to give her the life that she never had before she left.
Yeah.
I made sure she was good. I made sure she had a beautiful home to be in. I made sure she had, you know, all the materialistic things that she wanted that I could buy.
You could get her.
And and she would just call me and be like, I'd be like, well, what is this? Where did you get this from? She said, oh, I saw it on TV. And so she would, like, all of my clients knew my mother. Yeah. Because my mother would call back to back, back to back, back to back. They said, is that my? I said, she all right. She saw something on TV and she wants something on TV. She want to get it done. And then I'd tell her, I said, Mama, write the list. Write the list. And when I get home, I'll get the list and I'll go get the stuff for you, okay? So do that. Because I'm working. And she go, okay. Ring, ring, ring. I forgot to tell you something. I said, okay. So, like, you know, little things like that, to where they were a nuisance at first, but you miss them.
Can't put a price on it.
Yeah, you cannot.
You can lay your head at night and know you did it. Everything humanly possible. That's what a lot of people can't say. You know, because they didn't do that. They had to put them in the homes. They weren't there, you know, to be able to see them. So we were blessed.
Yeah,
you know?
I think the best thing I could have did was take care of my mother.
Exactly. Can't put a price on that.
The best thing, because it taught me not just love, but it taught me how to love women. Women they're human, but it's just a total different species, a total different people. Like, and that's why I do so much for women that I love and that's in my life, because if there's not a man around, they still need to feel that they're loved. Or if there's not a woman around, somebody needs to be around to show them that they matter and that, you know, everything that they do care. Because I don't know a woman that will not walk thousands of miles to make sure her kids are okay.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she's trans. It doesn't matter if she's cisgender. It doesn't matter who she is. Women in general, whether you choose to be a lesbian, whether you choose to be trans, whether you choose to be gay, whatever you choose to be, if you have the trait of the sensitivity of what a woman would have, you're going to take care and deal with things differently, especially when you love them.
Yep. But you're like a life changer with a lot of people. I've seen your work many a times with your clients, you call them. But, you know, those are your family.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Really
those are your family, because
really
the love and the care that you put in their makeup, their hair, it's immaculate. And you can see the smile. You changes people's lives.
And honestly,
all the time,
I have
Tony.
I have
That's
no
one thing
idea.
I loved about you. You're amazing with that.
And I'm so grateful, and this means the world to me, because for a long time, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know people thought I was handsome. I didn't know people thought I was talented. I didn't know none of this. And because I didn't know that, I allowed the wrong people, places, and things to be in my presence.
Right.
And when you don't know your worth, that's what happens. You allow people, places, and things that don't even belong there. People that ain't even supposed to be on the street.
Yep.
And you just be like, and so, but you learn from it.
Exactly.
These are lessons.
That's it right there.
And that's it.
Never forget those lessons.
I have like since my mother, and a lot of people don't like, I, I don't know, because I mean, I don't feel like I talk about things because I'm too busy trying to be in action. So the time we spend about talking about something, I could be researching it, getting us halfway there to figure out how we can get to where we need to go. So people want to talk and talk and talk
solution,
and talk. And I'm finding more and more that the older I get now, I'm wanting to be a part of that more. When my mother and father died, I had just was like, okay, well, whatever, you know, whatever happens, you know, I'll do whatever, you know, without any real purpose. But now I know what it is, and you really have to be, once mom and daddy die, you really have to take on the persona of what you think does not matter.
Exactly.
Who you think I am does not matter.
Right. I don't care.
None of that matters. Yes, none
I'm
of
that
that
way.
matters.
I'm there right now.
This is who I am. This is who I choose to be. Like, I go places, people say, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, and I asked one lady, I says, why you say that? She said, because I've always seen you so groomed and and you just look a little, you know, you need anything? And I'm
good. I'm good.
And I'm like, no, that's the
God's
point.
got me. Yeah, I'm
fine.
good. Yeah.
I know how to clean it up when I need to clean it up.
Exactly.
But it doesn't change me.
Right.
It doesn't change me. It doesn't make me better. It doesn't make me worse that I choose not to be a certain way all the time. I just really feel that life is about more than focusing on self after you've mastered or got halfway to mastering yourself, because it's an everyday thing.
Yeah. I'm constantly growing, changing, evolving, learning.
I used to be able to drink milk. I can't drink milk now.
Yeah.
It don't work for me. So, like, you know, things change, and a lot of times, and I'm in the season now of God shifting everything on my foundation. And what I'm realizing is that whatever was not whatever was not 100% or concrete fell off. When God shakes your foundation, whatever falls off is not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of stuff that we carry on our foundation that's not supposed to be there, and the other stuff can't come in because all this other stuff is sitting in the place of it.
Exactly.
So being emotional about loved ones going on is
and that's
needed.
In the physical, mental. That's in the physical, you know, meaning that people walk out of your family, walk out of your life, and it's also in death. I take that both ways.
Yes.
And if you want to fall off, okay.
Yeah. And you just get to the point to where you realize that, I mean, you really got to love the folks while they're here.
Exactly.
Like,
and it goes back to what you said, it's your purpose.
Yes.
And if they're not in your purpose, you got to move on, because that's where I'm at now.
Yes.
I know why God's got me here. My mom and dad are gone, and I have a purpose. I know what I want, and then you're not serving my purpose, you're not feeding it. Can't have you here.
No,
can't have you around.
And it's okay. And
yeah,
like
we can love you afar, love you from afar.
Like I had to realize recently that no matter how nice I am to people, and no matter what I do for people, some people just not gonna like you.
No, yeah,
they're just not gonna like you.
And it's okay.
And it can be for anything. Like, I had somebody tell me one time, "Oh, I don't speak to you because I said hi to you one time and you didn't talk, you didn't say nothing to me." I'm like, normally, if I'm out somewhere, I'm talking to 100 people.
Yes, you are.
And it's always,
really
hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? How you been? And so you're doing that. So if you don't come to me and be like, hey, what's going on? Yeah. I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm not trying to do none of that. But literally, I try to say hi to everybody. But I also let people know, too, I don't have to do shit. So I don't have to do nothing. So you deal with that however you want to deal with it. But I choose to love everyone. I choose to celebrate everybody around me. If I can't celebrate you and tell you how amazing and beautiful and kind and loving you are, I don't want to be around you because I will eventually whoop you. And I know this. So I have to make sure that I distance myself. And that's the one thing that people don't know about givers and about people that are consistently on and helping people because they love them, is that it's only so much you can do before you get the other side. So,
Yeah.
so I don't get nobody the other side. I stay around. I stay around the tribe that I know loves me and accepts
Exactly.
me, even when I'm not shaved, even when my hair is not combed,
Right.
even when I hit a wrong note or something doesn't come out the way it should come out.
They still there.
It's not the end of the world. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does things that are not going to be 100%. But does everybody have around them people that'll go, it's okay.
Right.
Let's start over tomorrow.
Right.
That's in the past.
Important.
Let's let it go.
Let's move on.
You can do this again. That was
Right.
yesterday.
Right.
This does not make you who you are.
Right.
Okay, that didn't work out yesterday. Today it'll work out. Come
Right.
on, you got this. You've been
Right.
doing this, and that's what we need around
More
us
people.
because it is really detrimental when people go, oh, you didn't do this, oh, you didn't do that, and oh, this was horrible, with no solutions.
Right.
If you don't have a solution to uplift someone or help them in whatever it is that they're going through,
Yeah,
you
why?
probably just didn't say nothing at all.
Mm-mm.
Just say, baby, I'm praying for you.
Right.
I'm praying for you, baby. Yeah, but I'm grateful, and this is really, this is the next level.
Yes, it is.
This is the next level.
And that's like one last
Our
question.
parents have to go through that too. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
So everything that they went through, we have to go
We
through
have to
too.
go through
they
it
have
too,
to go
huh?
through losing their parents and
Mhm.
still have kids,
right.
and still be loving.
That's,
and
I didn't think
kind.
about that. Yeah.
I mean, so
You're right.
So they all have to go through it. We just have to learn how to celebrate. I don't know why when people we love so much to get depressed over, we go in depression about them opposed to celebrating them.
And that's what I need to do more of.
Oh,
is the
yes.
celebration. Because
Yes.
like you said, it's the ebb and flow. Like, because I miss my mom and dad every day. But there's times. I was telling you
Yes.
that my mom's birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
And so I was, going
Yes.
through it and stuff. But the thing is like you said, is the celebration. We'll
Yes.
play some music she liked.
Yes.
Wear some clothes that she, like in my place here, I have clowns. My mom loved
And
clowns.
see-
So I look at clowns,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I get that part.
Yeah, and
I get
it's
that.
and it's absolutely, and you're gonna be amazed when you just start saying,
Celebrating
Hey,
them.
mom, I love you. I thought about you.
That's
today.
where I wanna
Today's
get
your
to, yeah.
birthday.
That's where I
and
wanna
hey,
get
girl,
to.
let's get this day started, girl. We finna go and
See, I wanna get
celebrate
there.
with her and do that. And it's
Right.
okay because it's even worse to me. Emotionally, because it's like you get to celebrate them, and what's such a great way to still love somebody is incorporate them in your day and
Daily
your
life.
and be like,
And
come
talk
on,
to
girl,
them.
we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And you'll be amazed
I'm gonna start
on
doing
some of
that.
the things that will show up. They go, that was my mama. I know that was. I know. And I knew my mother was going to pass the night she passed.
Wow.
I knew it because
And I think too, Tony, when you say that, when you stay open for that, like I was in a car, because I don't drive, but I have transportation service, right? And I was my dad's birthday. Like my mom's birthday was the 19th. My dad's birthday same month on the 9th.
wow.
Do you know when I was like thinking about him in a positive way, we pulled up to MLK Hospital. He worked there. He was a pharmacist. He was there. He retired from there.
See?
So God was showing me, hey,
Yeah. Hey.
your dad is saying hi to you.
Yes.
So I get what you're saying.
And they have
It's being more open and
ancestors.
celebrated.
Yes,
and
they're
call
the
them out, call
ancestors
for
that
them.
do that. And I
Gotcha.
don't think that people really mourn people, and I don't think anybody's mother, father would want to see their child miserable.
Right.
They wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want to see it at all. So I'm just choosing to celebrate even so many of my friends that have gone on.
Mhm.
Like, whenever I think about them, thinking about them is them saying, hey.
Yeah. And I like that. That's an alternative. And that's what, like I said, for you, when I asked you to interview, it's what you do, right? And it's for others to look and say, hey, maybe I'll try.
Yeah.
It's not like you're pushing it out on
Oh,
anyone.
yeah.
This is what you do. And
Yes.
that was the whole, one of the purposes that I wanted you to do this interview is to
Yeah.
hear, because those are two major people.
Oh, yeah.
The unconditional love, as you said,
Yeah.
with the same with me. What do you do? You
Yeah.
know?
And you learn. I mean, it's a everyday process, but when it starts to affect your life in ways that are not good,
That's the part right
that's
there.
when
That's the
you have to let it go, because now, and I grew up in the church, and most of the things that we would always hear is, oh, that's the devil's playground. You go over there, that's the devil's playground.
That's how we were raised. Yeah.
Yeah, but and I get it. It is a form of the devil's playground, because
Right.
God is not about fear, sadness, and none of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you choose to dwell in that, if He's not that, I ain't never known nobody to be somewhere they're not.
Exactly.
So that's the devil's playground,
Right.
and you just get to the point to where you just realize, okay, well, I have to do better. I have to come up out of this. I have to do this. And then you eventually want better, and you want more, and all of that. But as far as the sensitivity of them loving them and not being here, it'll never go away. You
It's forever.
you give them the tears and say I love you and celebrate you and keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, because you here.
Exactly.
You here.
Still with my purpose, right?
Yeah. You here.
Well, yeah. So Tony, we're gonna wrap it up. But is there any parting words that you want to say? Because, like I said, my purpose in this whole thing is for us, and then also it's for others to help. And as you know, we have friends now, a lot of friends now that still have their mom and dads,
Yes.
right? And it's gonna come that day.
Oh yes.
And this has come the day for us. We've been there
Yes.
for our friends that have lost.
Yes.
So is there anything that you want to close out and say?
Well, I will say this for sure, is that if you love them enough to mourn over them when they die,
Mm-hmm.
you should love them enough to celebrate them and love them while they're living.
Amen. Amen.
And when you're able to do that, sometimes people say, oh, it's harder when you love somebody so much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something about being able to close your eyes and think of a memory of making them happy that makes you go, okay, I was a good friend. I was good. I was a good son. I was a good daughter to
That's
them.
right.
And
That's right.
and that's what it's about.
Amen.
Live. You're gonna get sad.
Exactly.
Do not allow the sadness to take you somewhere you cannot thrive. Depression. We do not thrive in depression. We get lazy. We don't want to do nothing. We procrastinate.
Yes.
We don't take care of business.
Yes.
And then it piles up and everything happens.
Yes.
And then now you got to deal with the depression and all the mess you done created.
That's true.
So no,
That's true.
take care of your business, do all of that. And if you want to fall out afterwards, go on and fall out. And then get back up, and take care of your business. But you will eventually feel and see how silly that feels.
Right.
So you will just incorporate it in your day to love them and always appreciate them. And it is. It some people deal with it much different. But I feel like for me to deal with it, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised it didn't take me somewhere else.
Me too.
Because
Me too.
yeah, it
broke me down, but I got back up.
Oh yeah, because
Got
I mean,
back up.
literally, I just remember. I don't even remember crying at the funeral. I was so busy trying to take care of stuff.
I didn't cry until we got for my mom, when we got into, because that's the other thing. I was working at the time at Boeing, and my boss even told me, "Girl, go home.
Yeah.
Go help. Go get something. Go do something." But when we had the funeral, and I was nobody was in the actual funeral home at the time. Everybody was outside about to come in.
Yeah.
And I looked down the aisle and I saw my mom in the casket, and I broke down. And luckily, my neighbor that I've known since I was like 7 was there and just hugged me.
Yeah.
That's when I knew it was real. But like you, I hadn't cried at all
Yeah.
up until that point.
Yeah. And
It
then I
just
just
hit me.
remember going, once everything was done, I remember sitting in the garage. And I was there by myself. And something else that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about how overwhelming the response is when they find out about a parent or somebody dying that they know that you love. And they never talk about the overwhelming response that stops
Yes.
when the funeral ends.
Yep.
The funeral was over.
Call me if you need something.
That phone don't
You hear that?
ring.
That's why,
You were sitting there, and I was sitting there, even for my brothers and sisters. I was sitting there in the garage.
I know that feeling.
On the floor, and I just thought, like, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I going to do
now? Yeah.
And you know, you cry, and then you go through that, and you go, okay, well, let me put it together. I got stuff to do. I can't, because I don't want this life. So, and you know, I end up just packing things up because I want to be in the big house by myself. So I was like, let me get back to LA so I can, you know, be around some people. And, yeah, and everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
So, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have the empathy and the emotional stability to still celebrate them and also cry if I want to while doing it.
Right. And the biggest thing too, we're there for others.
Oh yes.
You know, that's the other part of our purpose, right?
And that's something else that you cannot do either, because something I took on helping everybody because my mother had gone. Oh. So I was so used to doing something every day for somebody.
Oh, okay.
I gathered all these people. At one point, I had like 6 or 7 people staying with me.
Oh, wow.
Because they all needed somewhere to stay, and they were all my friends at the time. And it didn't bother me because I didn't have to be alone.
Right.
So, but once you get over that, you realize you was like, oh no,
wait, this gotta.
Oh no, what are we doing?
What we doing?
No, wake up! Wake the hell up!
Time to go.
Yes, and so you just
lovingly.
Like, yeah. So now I'm at a space to where I am so good with being a minimalist.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah, I don't have to.
That's my place. I've gotten rid of a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to have a bunch of stuff.
You can't take it to your grave.
I mean, I have show clothes and stuff like that, but I don't have to have the latest Gucci, the latest. Be geared out every day and all that.
I gave away so many clothes and stuff I just didn't use.
I like being able to go to the bank and go anywhere I want to go if I want to.
If you want to,
opposed to having a closet full of stuff that you can no longer
can't do no with it.
Can't
do no with it.
You can't. I mean, literally, you can't even take it with you.
I had 2 of stuff, and it's not even necessary.
Yeah, and it's a whole nother thing too.
Lord.
If your parents live with you and you have to clean your stuff out. Oh, that's a whole nother thing.
My mom, she was like, my dad would tell me she would dress like to the nines every day. And then on Fridays...
You can tell in that photo. Mama did not play.
She didn't play. And then on Fridays, it was the casual days. You wear jeans. My mom still dressed.
Yes, because it's a way
We had, I think, 60, 70, 80 big bags of dress clothes. Yeah. Like you said, when they were gone, my mom was gone. We had to gather it. It was clothes for days.
And you know what else? The prime example of what we're talking about is that we accumulate all this stuff. We accumulate all these bills. We accumulate all this stuff and put it in one place that keeps us slaves to having to take care of it and maintain it every year, every month, you never finish.
I had a storage.
Nothing.
I got rid of all of that.
And nobody ever talks about how when you move on, your favorite sweater that you had encased in gold and diamonds and all, they take this shit right up out of there, throw it in the trash.
Yep. They come in there, pick it up, and throw it out.
The stuff that was important to you is not important to other people.
It's not.
So I've learned now. Learning now.
Me too.
To invest in time in the now.
Right.
Because that's the only thing that's promised to us.
Yeah.
You don't know.
You don't know. And it's like be in the moment is what I'm learning too, is to be in the moment.
I'm learning that too.
My gigs and stuff, I remember I just did one recently. Normally I'm filming this, filming that.
Yeah.
I was there feeling the crowd and just being there with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to trying to capture every second. Somebody's videotaping. I could tell them to send me a video later, you know? But just enjoy the magic that you create.
Yeah.
You know?
And I try my hardest to get...
That's a good point.
I try to get more things behind the scenes of things that I'm doing, because when I first started in the beauty industry, I worked with some really major people,
big time people.
You couldn't pull out the camera back then.
No,
they was like, oh no, we don't do that. You couldn't see a diva was not letting you in there unless she had her makeup done and her hair was on. And so So you lose a lot of it. So now when I do it, I try to do it in a respectful way to where that I respect the artist, and even if they're okay with it, I still they my clients be having to ask me, Tony, you don't want to take a picture? Take a picture, Tony. I'm like, girl, I forget because I'm not here.
Yeah, you
I
should
don't be there
capture it.
for that.
Yeah, you should
but I'm
capture
learning now to capture more of the moments because I got it.
Yes,
Live
you
in the
do.
moment, enjoy the show, all that, because that phone may disappear and you might lose it, but you have the memory.
Exactly.
The one thing we have
take
from
that
our
away from
loved
you.
ones is that you can never ever, can't no photo, can't no video tell you how your mama loved you the way she told you, or hugged you, or when she did something that really, really was important to you. You remembered it. That's the best memory ever. That's worth $1 million.
That's $1 million right there, Tony.
And so that's
$1
why
million.
you have to protect your mental, because your mental is your iCloud. And if your iCloud get distorted, you lose all of the precious things that you have. So love yourself. Take care of yourself. Mom and daddy, baby, they ain't got to worry about this stuff. We still in the race. They ain't got to worry about this no more. They did well. You turned out to be an amazing, beautiful human being. And that was the goal. So the goal is accomplished and all that. Love them. You ain't gonna never stop loving them
and celebrate them. I like that. That's the biggest thing that I learned from this.
And if you celebrate
interview,
them,
celebrate them and talk to them.
If you find yourself
I'm gonna do it.
crying because I miss them. Turn those into celebrations.
Yes, I will.
Make it a celebration. I no longer want to cry. I no longer want to mourn you. I want to celebrate you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you. I'm thinking about you today, so I'm gonna put on your favorite song and celebrate you. And and then move on from there, and things will come into your life. God will send you people, places, and things in your life to make sure that you're good when those times happen.
All right. Well, thank you, Tony.
Oh, I love you, Rhonda.
I love you too. Let me